Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Jessica Morales, and I offer Reiki and quantum healing hypnosis. And you can find that at my website, crownoflifehealing.com. So today, I just wanted to share a little video about tree wisdom. Yes, you heard that right. Tree wisdom. You may never think that you could talk to trees. And to be honest with you, here and there, I've tried to send messages to the trees, but you just can't go ahead and tell everybody about that. However, I wanted to share a little something with you. As we were younger, you never really hear about trees having wisdom and plants having wisdom, and nobody really ever talks about or discusses um, you know, what trees do, what they feel, what type of intelligence might they offer. Everyone just assumes they're just not that smart. And so today I just wanted to cover an experience. I have this beautiful old oak tree in the front of my yard, and it just doesn't look all that well. And to be honest with you, a lot of the trees that I've seen lately, a lot of the oaks that are very large, a lot of them look like they're dying. And a lot of trees on the earth at this time might be dying. They just don't look that healthy due to the environmental changes. But anyhow, so I have this beautiful old oak in my yard. And one day I started looking at this branch and I just had this feeling like, oh my goodness, this branch is going to fall. I feel like a branch is going to fall. So I stared at it and stared at it and I thought, oh, that branch is too tall for us to cut down anyway. I'm just not going to worry about it. And then the next morning, this huge branch fell off the tree. And I thought, oh my gosh, I was just thinking that a branch was going to fall off the tree. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a synchronicity. That's where you think something is going to happen and it happens. Or you might be thinking a certain thought and then you see the same time on the clock that you always seem to notice. And it could be any number for you, like 1111, 133, 17, any number. And those are messages that we're getting from the universe and from our higher soul. And so we need to pay attention to these signs. Nevertheless, back to the tree. So I went and I told my husband, and I said, Hun, I swear that tree was letting me know that it was going to drop a branch. And then the next day, a branch dropped. And he said, No, I told you that. And I said, No, you didn't. I was sitting out there looking at the branch when I felt this. And he said, Well, the tree told me the same thing, that it was going to lose a branch. And I thought, No way. And literally, it made me realize this tree was trying to warn us. It literally cared about our well being and was trying to warn us that it was going to drop a branch. Can you believe that? So the tree has intelligence. Not only that, it makes me feel there's a large network about these trees and plants that we just don't know. Therefore, I wanted to bring up that in a session I was doing with a client, she also brought up the trees. And in this, I asked about a message, and she said, sure enough, the trees hold memories and wisdom. And if you would like a message from a tree, you can try putting your left hand on your heart and your right hand on the tree. and just stand there and be still and ask the tree for a message and see what you get. Try it. Let me know if you get something. And that's all for today. Bye-bye now.